Hi, my name is Rick, and I'll be briefly discussing how mobile technology has penetrated our daily lives over the last several years. As many of you know, smart devices have become so ingrained and interwoven in our daily lives that it can be difficult to imagine life without them, even though we did just that only 9 or 10 short years ago. According to a recent Pew Research poll, 77% of Americans now own a smart device. This is up from just 35% in 2011. I'm sure most of you probably have a smart device. I happen to have 2 of them. This is mine. This is my employer's. I have both of them on me pretty much 24/7. They're used for different things, obviously. I use this for personal business, and I use this for work. I get phone calls from my officers pretty much 24/7. I also use the Google Suite for scheduling. I can look at the work schedule for my patrol section. You can know pretty much who's working any day. I do scheduling out for a few months at a time, so I can look at the schedule that I build on my computer at work, but I can access it through my cell phone and be able to tell who's working on any particular day coming up or whatever. I can tell who's going to be on call at night. If I'm off for a couple of days or whatever and somebody calls in sick or whatever, I'll be able to tell who's not working, and I can know who's available to be called in or whatever. Sometimes my boss has questions about something and I can look up stuff on here and it's right off of my desktop. Some of the other things we can use it for are going out on calls. I'm an animal control officer. I supervise animal control officers, and one of the biggest things we use it for are taking photos on calls. The cameras on smartphones now are even better than a lot of off-the-shelf cameras, so we tend to use these a lot on investigations, and it's really made a big difference in the work of an animal control officer. Some of the other things that we can use this for are scanning documents with it. I use an app called Cam Scanner. It basically allows you to turn your phone into a document scanner, and then you can save stuff as a PDF or a JPEG, whatever's convenient for you. And there's several other things that you can use them for, whatever, but that's pretty much the work phone there, and the type of stuff that I use that for. And this is my phone. A lot of different things that we can do on here. One of the biggest things for me personally is the ability to work on homework when I'm away from my computer. I can pull up D2L on a browser here on my phone, and I can, because of the miracle of synchronization, I can access all of the stuff that I use that thing for when I'm at my desk, and I can now access it on my phone, in my car, on my lunch break or something like that, or wherever I may be, and then I don't have to come back to the computer to work on stuff if it's not convenient. So that's probably the biggest convenience for me. Some of the other things that I use it for are banking and email, probably the next biggest 2. Most banks nowadays have an app that allows you to access them. I happen to bank at a couple of different places. They both have apps. Both of them allow you to use your fingerprint to log in. I'm not going to log into them. I'm sure you know how it works. And then, of course, the calendar, another big one. I use an app called A Calendar. It actually allows you to enter several different calendars from other places. A lot of people use Google Calendar. You can synchronize Google Calendar onto this. If you have Outlook calendar at work, you can synchronize it also, so then you can look at this app and see your personal Google Calendar and your work calendar all together. That helps a lot, keeping appointments and other things sorted out so that you don't have conflicts. You know, you're not running into the problem of having two different appointments scheduled the same day at the same time, so it's a big help. It also allows you to enter a series of reminders so that you don't miss your appointments. You can set them for a couple hours ahead of time in the morning of, you know, the day before, 3-5 days beforehand, so that you remember that you've got stuff coming up. Something else that's really helpful is the Adobe Fill and Sign. A lot of you are familiar with Adobe PDF program, and a lot of the times we have to sign PDF legal documents and the different things that we do. I'm sure all of you have been there. Adobe Fill and Sign allows you to open up a PDF document, and then using either your finger, or if you have a phone with a stylus on it, you can create a signature. I've already got mine entered, my wife's on here or whatever, so then we can just drag and drop our signature onto the signature line, save the copy of it. It's a legal signature, a legal document. When you save it and send it, it's your signature, and apparently, you know, legal to do that. Another nice feature of the smartphones now are the ability to use word processors. I personally prefer Polaris Office. Many of you are familiar with Google Suites or Microsoft Office. Polaris has all the same features: a word processor, spreadsheets, presentation, all the same stuff that Google offers and Microsoft offers, and it synchronizes nice. I can open something up on here, and then if I want to work on it at work when I'm on my break or something like that, I can open it, just continue on where I'm at, and then when I get home later on, I can open the document, finish it up here on the computer and submit it, or, you know, whatever the case may be. You can also open up PDFs to look at them, but it doesn't allow you to edit PDFs, unfortunately. One of the other things that I really like, you know, to use the smartphone for is listening to music, and I'm sure all of you can relate. Pretty much everybody has their favorite music app. I've got mine, Spotify. They have a really nice app, and you know, the Spotify app in conjunction with a nice pair of wireless earbuds and the miracle of Bluetooth technology, you have your selection of music wherever you are. And of course, there's browsers. As I briefly mentioned earlier, you can access, you know, anything that you need to anywhere you're at, as long as you've got an internet connection. And it's pretty hard nowadays to find a spot without an internet connection. If you were trying to escape technology for a while, it can be pretty hard to actually get away from it. Another nice feature of smart devices is GPS technology, and there's a variety of apps out there. I like using Waze, and if any of you are not familiar with it, it's a map program similar to Google Maps. Waze allows people to communicate with each other through a notification system. If you're driving along down the highway or whatever, and you come across an accident, or there's a speed trap or something set up, you can post flags on the map and let people know, you know, what's coming up. It also shows traffic congestion and stuff like that. You can report stuff like that also. One of my favorite apps when I'm traveling. So, and then there's also personal assistants. I haven't really explored them too much, but a lot of people use them. I just downloaded an app the other day. The phones come with Google Assistant on them. I haven't particularly found it really useful. Some people have. I just downloaded Dragon. I'm still trying to figure that out. So that's pretty much it. You know, the main point is that, you know, again, the smart devices that really ingrained and interwoven themselves into our everyday lives, and there's just really just about nothing that you need to do, you know, at any point, taking care of your business or whatever, that you can't do on this thing. You know, it's really got as much computing power and as much ability to get your business done as, you know, our computers do. So, and I'm sure all of you can relate to that. So, all right, thanks for watching. Hope this helped. Bye.